Remember that time Disney tried to take your money with some weird merchandise?
Today, we are going to be talking about weird theme park merchandise.
It is important to note what is weird to one person might not be weird to another, so.
The Figment Popcorn Bucket is a cultural phenomenon.
The Figment Popcorn Bucket? Yes, the Figment Popcorn Bucket! Oh my God!
It is the holy grail of popcorn buckets.
Everybody's talking about it. And I don't just mean like in the Disney sphere. I mean like CNN and like national news was talking about the Figment Popcorn Bucket because it was a phenomenon.
It was to the point that on the first day of the Festival of the Arts, people were waiting in a 6.5 hour line just to get this popcorn bucket.
What? Okay.
Now, the Figment Popcorn Bucket is the popcorn bucket that came out for farts, or Festival of the Arts, as others might call it. We call it farts.
And they normally debut some kind of collectible, whether one year it was an Orange Bird sipper, they've done a Spike the Bee sipper. This year they said, we're gonna do a Figment Popcorn Bucket.
So first of all, popcorn buckets. What's up? Because popcorn buckets are cute, yeah. But like, what do you do with them when you're not at Disney World?
No one was really talking about how it came with rainbow popcorn inside of it. That is cool. I do like rainbow popcorn.
Oh, it had rainbow popcorn? Oh, that's sweet. I mean, that's cool. I think that's great.
It tastes like Trix or Fruity Pebbles, but here's a pro tip, friends. If you wanted that popcorn bucket for the rainbow popcorn, which nobody did, nobody cared. Even they ran out of the rainbow popcorn by day 2, and they were just giving people either like regular popcorn or be like, there's no popcorn. Nobody cared.
I do care about the rainbow popcorn because that's my aesthetic, honey. So we live for rainbow popcorn. In fact, all Disney snacks should be rainbow. Somebody make a rainbow Mickey bar or a rainbow churro, okay?
Go over to Animal Kingdom and you can get it in the Kite Tails bucket.
I personally love Figment. EPCOT is sort of like my park.
I feel neutral to good about Figment the character. I think he's very cute. I like what he stands for, but I find that ride grating.
Journey into Imagination with Figment is awesome, and I love it. I loved the version of the ride in the 80s.
That ride. You like the old ride, and you're clinging with every bit of your 80s nostalgia to that ride. Don't come for me. I'm not saying you can't like Figment, but nobody goes on that ride and is like, yes, that's a winner. You're like, oh, remember when this was good? Guess we'll hold on to this.
Popcorn bucket is gone now. And the only way you can get one is if you go on eBay and pay a gazillion dollars from those fun resellers who like to purchase 20 and sell them at a higher price, which is tragic. And if you're one of those people, you're tragic!
And I implore you, if you are watching this, not to buy it. Try not to buy it. I know if you want a Figment Popcorn Bucket and you can't come to the festival, the only way to get one is to spend $300 online. But, ew. Those,
Because it's out of control. It's out of control. And people are like, it's America, it's capitalism, let people sell them. And I'm like, you know what? What about the children? The children love Figment. Let the children have a chance to have a popcorn bucket. And I'm just gonna collect my mugs.
Guess what came back in stock? For one day, it sold out again, so who knows if it'll come back again, but it came back for one day. You can mobile order it. And I, at this point, was like, I have to have it. Why not? It's the Figment Popcorn Bucket. Isn't he, like, very cute? It's obnoxiously cute.
You know, in World Showcase, you can get a French beret.
Merchandise at World Showcase is a journey.
Because in all of the countries, instead of having just your classic Disney merchandise shops that sell the same thing that you can get everywhere else, they all sell authentic tchotchkes from that country at an incredible markup.
You can get a sombrero.
What would you expect? It's EPCOT. It's the best. Of course you're gonna have better merchandise. Of course. course.
You can get one of those little German hats with the feathers in it.
My personal favorite is Mitsukoshi, which is located in the Japan Pavilion.
Mitsukoshi, if you've never been and just suspended all sorts of like preconceived notions of what a merch shop should be, it is a delight, so go.
The world's first department store was in Mitsukoshi in Japan, and it sells all kinds of stuff from like anime and Pokemon and IP that you probably know and won't be able to buy anywhere else, like Zelda and Animal Crossing.
And then you can have a ceremony where one opens clams for pearls, or oysters for pearls rather. And then if you want to buy clothing, you can do that, either traditional like kimono style and awesome toe socks, or just t-shirts.
Fun foods. You've got Kit Kats that taste like just about anything, it seems like. They've got your standard green tea and strawberry Kit Kats, but then they've got like oat bran. It's exactly the filling that I've always dreamed of for my Kit Kat.
Of course, Mexico has those amazing stands, and the glass blowing, fire burning glass store in Mexico, that's really cool. If you want a $400 glass Dumbo, that's the place to go.
The perfumeries in Italy and France give me an immediate migraine upon walking in. I hate going into those stores.
I rarely go into the France shops because the perfume gives me an immediate headache.
Perfume stores stress me out. I don't feel like I should be in there. If I'm in a perfume store, I feel like the employees are gonna be like, you don't look like you should be buying perfume.
Did you know that you can buy weapons at EPCOT? You can.
Oh, you can buy a lot of weapons, can't you?
Weapons.
If a Disney park was under siege, EPCOT would be a good place to be, because you can buy swords in China, Japan, and the UK, I believe. And I think you can buy even like other kinds of weapons in some of those places.
I think you can buy nunchucks too. Did I say nunchucks there?
Very glad that you can't carry real swords around a theme park. That would be distressing.
Especially considering this is where people go drinking around the world. You don't really want to give people who have drunk around the world a sword.
And you know, that's just another reason that EPCOT is amazing. It's a community of tomorrow, actually.
Spend more time in the shops in World Showcase. Listen, I've seen your t-shirts with the check boxes for all the country. We know what you're doing, and we respect you. I've done it before, many times. However, I argue that there should be one of those for all the shops in the World Showcase, that you stop in and take some time to take a look at the merch. You don't have to buy anything. Just look and be impressed by the cool diversity of merch that you have.
I thought this one was Pidgey, but it turns out that's Pidgey. At Universal Orlando in Universal Studios Florida, there is a shop called Williams of Hollywood, and it's a prop shop, and it sells things from Universal parks and movies, and sometimes you find some real treasures in there.
You know, there's stores here in Central Florida where you can buy things that were from Walt Disney World, but you have to go off-site. It's not a Disney-owned company. It's like these antique mall kind of places. In Universal Orlando, you have an actual store in the park.
I wish Disney did that. Can you imagine? I mean, they would be mobbed, but can you imagine if Disney was like, we're replacing the planters in Haunted Mansion. Here are the old planters, you can buy them.
There were times, I remember years ago, when I first worked for Disney, where at like the cast connection that Disney has, where you could actually buy things that were used and seen in both resorts and the property itself. So I think that's really, really cool, and I'm a big fan of that.
Where you'd put these things, I don't know, but you know, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. If that's your thing, if you want to have a bride of Frankenstein staring at you at 3 o'clock in the morning from the corner of your room, then do that.
I know that I've seen in there the hoverboard from Back to the Future 2, and if I just had like an endless supply of money.
Shrek 4D closed, which I am not okay with, and I'm not over. I don't really want to talk about it. But what that meant was that many of the Shrek 4D props are for sale in the actual prop store. You can buy them. The magic mirror is on sale for like $7,500.
Worry about how I feel about Shrek's props. Revert this question to Quincy.
Can you imagine if in my living room, instead of a TV, I had the magic mirror, and you can hook it up to watch TV on it?
Yeah, I wouldn't want any of this stuff from Shrek Ride. But like if I was Quincy, I would like want one of those chairs.
Look me in the eyes. I'd have that magic mirror if I had $7,500 extra right now.
If I had an endless supply, I would just buy all of these for Quincy so that she could just have an entire room where she sets up and it's basically Shrek 4D and she could just go in there anytime because she would love that.
I'm sorry, Quincy. I'm sorry your ride's gone. I'm sorry you have to sit and watch people pick the bones of your beautiful favorite attraction like vultures.
The good news is they do have Shrek 4D glasses, and I'm really, really hoping that they don't sell out of those because I haven't been able to snag a pair yet.
Well, let me tell you. I feel pretty good about the Shrek 4D props being available on sale.
Most of it is from Halloween Horror Nights.
And I'm gonna say this once, so come in close. I will never buy a prop or any merch from Halloween Horror Nights.
Halloween Horror Nights is not like a Bradshaw thing. We don't like to go get scared and pay a lot of money to get scared or have people jump at us or give us worse dreams than we already have.
I think it would have to be the right, from the right house, Stranger Things or Beetlejuice or maybe the pumpkin gourd one. That one was very cool. Wicked Growth last year was very cool. I don't think I'd be too scared. I think I would kick up Halloween at my house even more. You know what I mean?
You have to imagine it's all haunted because I'm a scaredy cat, and can you imagine just having like a giant Jack the Clown in your house? How terrifying that would be.
Oh, heck yeah, I'd buy some props from Halloween Horror Nights. That's awesome. Granted, I would probably use it in the meaner ways and be frightening for my friends and family. It makes me want to do it. I want to do that. Yeah.
No, not in my house, but thanks for asking. And I'm glad they're available for you if you are someone who loves actually horrifying things. I'm glad that they are available to you.
Squatted up with my posse.
We're gonna drop an album.
Don't walk to the TTC, our new hit single.
The weirdest piece of merchandise. A Figment Popcorn Bucket.
There's a windbreaker in Pandora that has the Shaman of Song on the back in like photorealistic with the bioluminescent forest around her. And Molly and I, every time we're in there, we're like...
They used to sell candy shaped like different kinds of poop in Animal Kingdom.
12 years ago, when I was working in merchandise, they introduced the double-sided doll, which is two, like it'd be Cinderella and then you flip the dress and then on the other side it'd be Aurora. Now, like that means there were no legs. It was a dress and a torso. And it was just, you flip the dress and the torso changed. What?
Okay, people are gonna be mad at me for saying this, but Mamimos?
In Italy, you can buy these beautiful hand-painted Venetian masks in one of the store. But what a lot of people don't realize is that if you ask the cast members to see the special masks or the scary masks, they will go get masks from the back that they're not allowed to put on display. And the minute you see them, you'll understand why. They are either not for children because they're spooky, scary based on just like general horror or based on like specific horror characters, or they're very clearly IP that Disney is not allowed to be selling. And I'm talking about Lord Smoldermort from Larry Otter.
I think a lot of my fellow cast members are likely to buy weird merchandise in the theme parks.
I'm gonna say Breedlove.
Breedlove.
Easy. Breedlove or Quincy. Next.
Hands down, Breedlove.
I feel like it would be between Breedlove and Duckfist.
If they came out with a popcorn bucket in the shape of the Horizons building, I would wait in a 48-hour line for it. Okay? I'm gonna be real about that.
Weirdest thing I've ever purchased, I don't even know if I have them anymore, are the gloves from Norway. I didn't need those gloves that badly. Like, that was a really expensive purchase for no reason.
So this is my wallet. I got it, don't judge it for how dirty it is because it's kind of old and I need to get a replacement, but I got it from Mitsukoshi. A banana makes me, it's not focusing, but it says a banana makes me feel so good. And it's all these little cats just like in bananas.
I don't really think I own any weird theme park merchandise.
Je vais t'apprendre à faire la cuisine.
Need I say more?
Overall, I like that there's weird stuff you can buy.
You want to spend 7 hours in line for the popcorn bucket? Do you. Don't listen to anyone.
It might not always suit my fancy, but I'm not here to yuck any yums. So, live a dream.
Disney is for everyone, and if you want to drop all your money on merchandise at Disney, there's nothing wrong with that, because if it makes you happy, I say go for it. And look, we all are children at heart, and if it makes you happy, I say, you know, why not? If you want to collect dolls or mugs or whatever, just go for it, you know?
What's this? What is this? My own Shrek 4D glasses! I'm never taking these off.
And then the mirrors in my car. No, it's not.
Oh, you didn't buy me a $7,500 magic mirror?
No, but I got you those glasses.
That works.
They look great.
Thank you. I'm never taking them off.
Well, things got a little weird talking about this merchandise. Go check out our other merchandise throwdown to see us talk about collectibles. Bye.
I'm never taking them off.